Listens live on Kentuckiana's first live local TV talk show, all hosted by John Ramsey. This is Wave 3 Listens Live.
And we're going to start the holiday weekend early here at Wave 3 Listens Live. I have a show that I'm very excited about. Let's take a look at the lineup here. It is football season, getting ready for the big one at Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, but perhaps you love the Hoosiers. IU football tickets a little bit later on. How about this number? $430 million. We'll talk about that with the Community Foundation of Louisville. If you're a union member, then I'm sure you're proud of that. A Labor Day picnic at the Louisville Zoo. We'll talk to some union members about how you can get involved. American Senior Communities. We're going to talk about cognitive research, cognitive therapy, and I certainly could use that today. Avante Skin Center of Louisville, Jamie and Ashley are here. They have a brand new product that they're debuting. They're pretty excited about it. I am as well. And the Kentucky Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, Dr. Eli Karam is here. And if you have any issue with a family member, your husband, your wife, your spouse, stepchildren, uncles, cousins, whatever the case may be, call us now. This man is very good at what he does. It is a licensed marriage and family therapist, Dr. Eli Karam. Dr. Karam, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Good to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you as well.
Thursday routine.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to go over that so quickly, real quickly. When we're talking about, usually when I think about a marriage therapist, I think of the stereotypical marriage counselor. Mm-hmm. But a marriage and family therapist is different.
Yeah.
Tell us how.
Oh, yeah. We have an email about that today, too. But marriage and family therapist, first of all, you're looking for a licensed marriage and family therapist, and there's about 400 of those in Kentucky. Many of those are centrally located right here in Wave Country, and they see you in all your systemic context. In layman's terms, that means they want to know what's going on at home, what's going on at work, what went on in the family you're in now, the family you grew up in. And you don't have to be currently, it's a misnomer, people think, oh, you have to come with your family or your partner. Well, many people do, but also many people come alone. A marriage and family therapist is going to look at you, your individual, and all your relational context. So as each and every week as we do on the show, we give you that information, and we tell you how to find a therapist, and we answer your emails and take your calls. So please call in.
Lots of folks look forward to Dr. Karam's visits to the show, and if you have an issue, now is the time to call. Until then, I have an email, and if someone would like to send an email, perhaps they do not want to go on the air, where would they send that to?
Yeah,
Doctor?
we do that a lot. People don't want to talk on the air, but they send us great emails, and you're going to send it to kamft@twc.com. You can also send it directly to the website, which I'll show you in a little while, at kmft.org.
All right, here is the first email up on the screen there. Recently, my colleague at work suggested a life coach for me. I am open to the idea of talking to someone about my challenges in life, but I am unsure of how this differs from what you talk about and what a licensed marriage and family therapist could offer me. Please explain. It's kind of like what I was saying in the beginning.
Yeah.
There is a difference here.
And it is a good question, and you should be, thank you for sending that in, Sylvia. You should be a educated consumer. So this idea that knowing the difference between different types of disciplines and mental health professions is important. So let me kind of tell you first how these two professions are similar. First of all, life coaching in the last 10 years is a very popular thing, and is about $1 billion industry. So the similarities between marriage and family therapy and life coaching, both are going to help the person. They view the person with strength and health and not pathology or deficit, like some forms of psychology or other counseling. And they both can be relatively brief if they need to be. But there's a lot of important differences. Life coaching is not a regulated, anybody can call themselves a coach. John could be my coach if he wanted to.
You wouldn't want that.
Yeah. So point being, you should always ask what the training is. There's in Kentucky, there's a licensing board that regulates marriage and family therapists, meaning they check their credentials, they have to have so much continuing education, and there is a ICF, which is International Coaching Federation, which is a national association, but that doesn't necessarily mean accredited, so or licensed. In fact, many life coaches have very little training, or they've gotten their training through correspondence or a short-term. Marriage and family therapist, to be a licensed marriage and family therapist, you have to go through about from beginning to licensure. It's about a 5 to 6 year journey. It's about 2 to 3 years in a graduate program for a master's degree. It's about another 2 to 3 years after you graduate, working under close supervision taking a exhaustive test and accumulating so many face-to-face therapy hours. So by the time you see a licensed marriage and family therapist, they're going to have about 6 years or more under their belt. So there's a big difference. And a life coach might have just started this and started marketing their practice last week.
Yeah, huge difference. And what works for a life coach? Some people think they qualify as a life coach because they say, I've been very successful, or whoever's been very successful, I can coach you to the same kind of success. That doesn't always apply. You know, their avenue or their alleyway to success may not be the same as someone else. And I do think it's funny. I find it funny. It's almost like someone saying, well, I'm kind of a doctor. Hold on. No, you're not. I mean, it's a lot of education, a lot of work, and I know, doctor, I think you deserve. I'm glad you made the distinction there. Okay. Yeah. Jenny's on, a marriage and family therapist. Coming up, Avante Skin Center of Louisville has a brand new product. We're pretty excited about it. If you want to look younger, feel better, Avante